Hi chess friends, today we are going to witness how Magnus traps Wesley's rook. Magnus plays with white, Wesley is black. Magnus starts with a d4, Wesley plays knight to f6, c4, e6, the Indian defense, knight to f3, d5, knight to c3, c5, game transposed to Queen's Gambit declined, semi-terrace defense, c pawn takes d5 pawn, c pawn takes d4 pawn, queen takes d4 pawn, e pawn takes d5 pawn, e4, d pawn takes c4 pawn, queen takes queen on d8 with check, king takes queen on d8, and black loses the castle rights. Knight to g5 goes after the f7 pawn to fork the king and rook. Bishop to e6, bishop to d2, knight b to d7. Only one game has this continuation played between knight c takes e4 pawn, knight takes knight on e4, knight takes knight on e4, h6, bishop to c3. In already played game, in this position black played f5 and the game ended in draw. Magnus goes for rook to c8. Now this is completely new game. Bishop to d3, f6, castle on the king side, king to e8, bishop to e2, king to f7, f4, bishop to c5 check was played. Inaccuracy by black. Best move is f5. Let's see the continuation. Bishop to h5 check, king to g8, knight to g3, king to h7. Black's king is safe, nothing to worry for black. Back to the position. Bishop to c5 check. Now white has a bishop pair advantage and the black's king is not safe in the center. Knight takes bishop on c5. Rook takes knight on c5. Rook a to d1, controlling the open d file. Knight to b6. Bishop to d4. Rook to a5. Slightly better is rook to d5. b4. Taking the a pawn will lose a piece. Let's see it how. Rook takes a2 pawn. Bishop to h5 check. King to g8. Bishop takes knight on b6. A pawn takes bishop on b6. f5. Black has to give up the bishop to hold the game. Otherwise, checkmate follows by rook to d8 check. King to h7. Bishop to g6 checkmate. Back to the position. So black played rook to d5. Black wasted two moves by playing the rook to a5 and then back to d5. Bishop to f3. White continuously threatens the rook. Rook to b5. Blunder by black. Best move is rook to d7. Let's see the continuation. f5. Bishop takes f5 pawn. Bishop takes knight on b6. A pawn takes bishop on b6. Bishop to d5 check. King to g6. Black's extra pawn advantage is nullified by doubled pawn. Game is almost equal. Back to the position. Rook to b5. Rook willingly goes to jail. Bishop to c5. Blocks the rook. Now rook has no squares. White has multiple ways to threaten the rook. Bishop to e2 or a4. If black tries to save the rook by bishop to c4, let's see what happens. Rook f to e1. Rook to c8. Bishop to h5 check. King to g8. Rook to e8 check. Rook takes rook on e8. Bishop takes rook on e8. Rook is forced to exchange with bishop. B pawn takes rook on c5. White has rook for knight, which is winning for white. Back to the position. So black played knight to a4, bishop to e2, rook takes bishop on c5, b pawn takes rook on c5, knight to c3, bishop to h5 check, g6, rook to d3, trap is set for black, bishop to c4, black falls for the trap. Best move is to capture the bishop on h5. It seems like bishop will won any of the two rooks, but white has the excellent checking move. Rook to d7 check, king to e6, rook to d6 check, king to f7, rook to c1, forks knight and bishop, knight to e4. Slightly better is to exchange the knight for bishop by g pawn takes bishop on h5, rook takes knight on c3. Back to the position. Rook to d4, forks bishop on knight, and Wesley resigned on move 31. Let's see why Wesley resigned. Bishop to b5, bishop to f3, f5, bishop takes knight on e4, f pawn takes bishop on e4, rook takes e4 pawn. White has rook for bishop and extra pawn, which is winning for white. So Wesley resigned. If you like the video, share, subscribe and like. Thank you.